Good morning, beautiful people. So, this vlog is probably going to consist of a whole bunch of bits and pieces on this post. But let me just say this, and this applies to so much in life, including the situation that I talked about on my previous vlog with my cousin. And I'm not being preachy, but I will say that it is so true whenever they say, if you're a believer, and I will say this, I believe in a higher power. But it's so true, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And the reason I say that is he just keeps showing me different things. You know, I woke up this morning, I was in a very, I'm not going to say angry mood. I don't know the description for it because I wasn't angry. I think the better word for it is kind of like resentful. And the resentment came from a situation that presented itself yesterday. And I'm not going to go into detail for legality reasons, but I will say that so often, and this is applies in relationships, past relationships, situationships, personal and professional situations. Oftentimes, you will find yourself being taken for granted, and it it tears you apart. Because I've been really torn up lately about a lot of things, whether it is, past relationships, careers, just a plethora of things. And so when I woke up this morning and I was in, last night when I went to bed, I was angry. And then this morning I woke up and I wasn't angry. I was just resentful because of something that's going on. Again, I can't tell you. But it's just amazing how people will discount your value. They will make you feel small. They will make you feel worthless. And then turn right around and need you in a very important way to be there for them, to support them, to be something that they truly need from you, but they devalued your worth previously. And I'm going to apply this also to not just friendships, but especially as I was fixing my coffee, relationships. And I look at some of my, I look at, with the exception of a few, all of my exes that mishandled me, mistreated me, they all came back at some point, whether it was to try and apologize because life showed them something different after me that made them appreciate the person I was, the woman I was to them, or they just had growth. And they came back, oftentimes they came back trying to get me back. I can't tell you the number of times where I have had men to try and spin the block and admit that I made them a better man for the next woman. And so many things that, I tried to talk to them about or show them or teach them or asked of them that I needed from them that they wouldn't give to me, they turned around and they gave it to another woman. And in giving it to another woman, she didn't appreciate it. And they realized the same way that she didn't appreciate it is the same way that they didn't appreciate it. And in those instances, even though I am a very forgiving person, and I'm really quick to say that whenever I break up with someone, yes, I'll be hurt and I'll be disappointed, but I, for whatever reason, can't hold like anger. You know how a lot of times you see these questions on social media, and in the questions, they often ask, if your ex came to you and said they needed a place to stay overnight until till morning, what would you say? And a lot of people said that they would slam the door in their face, or, you know, just very, very negative, angry responses. A lot of times on social media, you'll see people that are very angry and hurt about a relationship from 2 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. They're still holding on to that. I've just never been that person. Excuse me. And I used to take pride in the fact that, I would say that I'm cool with all my exes. But as life has gone on, I've learned to, for the most part, sever those connections from those people, because a lot of them still don't have a good spirit. But they have tried to come back. And I'll admit, and a lot of women won't admit, that when their ex comes back, it is almost like an ego stroke. But then you don't want them. And then when it's become pushy, with me, I become angry, because I'm like, why didn't you appreciate me when you had me? And then now that you see you had a good thing, you want to come back and you feel like I owe you a second chance to prove that you've changed. And then they get mad whenever I say, no, I don't feel the same. And I'm one of those people that, for the most part, now I can honestly say there is not one single ex that I would want back, because I know I don't feel the same. And if I know that I know how deeply I loved you before. And me knowing how deeply I loved you before, I am almost for certain I could never love you to that capacity ever again. I love to depletion. That's a good way to put it. But it's just so interesting how life, in this case, does oftentimes do a 360. And they come right back around to you again, especially when you were a good woman. And I'm going to tell you, ladies, and gentlemen who's watching, I am a damn good woman. A damn good woman. But at the same time, I've been through so much, I don't know if I am as good of a woman as I once were, if that makes sense. And it saddens me that I feel like I'm not as good of a woman as I once were. But I know it's because after going through so much over and over and over and over again, it's just taken so much out of me that I'm almost afraid that if the right man does come along, that I was shortchanging. That is something I think about all the time. That if I pray all the time for my husband. I pray to God, and I've told you guys this prayer before. I pray to God all the time. I say, God, first of all, I always say, God, reduce me and increase you in me, so that when people see me, they will see the God that is in me. Then I pray for my husband. I pray for my husband. The prayers is basically almost the same. God, Prepare my husband for me and prepare me for my husband so that when we see each other, we recognize each other and know that we are ordained by you. God, please let him be a protector and a provider. God, please have him already submitted to you as I have already submitted to you, so that whenever I submit to him, I am in essence still submitting to you because he has submitted to you. God, let him be a praying man because I am a praying woman. Let us be able to pray together because I will pray over him, and I pray to God that he will be able to pray over me and pray over us. That is my prayer with some tweaks here and there every day, almost every day. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I forget to pray like that. But at the same time, I am just so afraid that I won't be the good woman that I once were. But then at the same time, I have to realize that I have matured in so many ways. And maybe I may not be the good woman that I once were, but that's because I now know my self-worth. And my version, my old version of being a good woman was sacrificing so much of who I was in order to prove my self-worth to him. But then it's also, I feel like it's like I don't have it in me to make the type of efforts that I used to be able to make. And so I guess I hope that God ensures that he takes up the slack for the areas that I now feel like I lack, if that makes sense. But as I was sitting in bed this morning and being very angry and resentful about a situation that's happening, God spoke to me and he said, Chloe, I got you. I got this. There's a reason why this situation or these set of people keep coming back to you. And I know you feel like they, excuse me, hold on, y'all. Excuse me for those who don't like to hear the, what is it? ASRM, whatever that sound is. I'm sorry for the people who don't like to hear people eating or drinking, but sorry. But God just really spoke to me this morning and calmed me down because last night I went to bed and I was so angry. You know, I've been really working on my cursing, so proud of the fact that my desire for alcohol has completely dissipated. My desire for the devil's lettuce has completely dissipated. I've been really able to think more clearly, more focused. I've been working on my writing for my book. And so, but yesterday I was so angry. I was cursing. I was just mad. I mean, the Scorpio in me was Scorpioing. I was just, but this morning, I'm in a much better place. And it's because God is like, I got you. Just, I was on LinkedIn and I posted on LinkedIn my thoughts this past weekend on my career and feeling unappreciated based on my passion for customer service and how things have now gotten to where everything is outsourced and customer service is not very important to companies these days. And the customers are the ones who are suffering the most. And then I saw an article this morning that was kind of uplifting. I got some responses and some likes and loves based on my posts and other comments that I made on other posts. And it was just really encouraging. But let me tell you what really moved me while God was talking to me. I came across a young lady that was on LinkedIn who has a job. And she put herself out there and she says, I'm struggling. She was like, I'm struggling. I can barely make ends meet. And she asked for help. She asked for donations, no matter how small. And she got like 300 and something impressions, likes, loves, whatever. And then people started zelling her, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. And of course, and let me say this to you guys who are going to say, people always be trying to scam and blah, blah, blah. Because I sit a lot on the Nextdoor app. I see people begging on the Nextdoor app all the time. And I'm going to tell you, I don't help them. But in this case, she put herself out there on LinkedIn. And she admitted that she does have a job. But once she pays her rent and her car note, and insurance, she barely has enough money left over to keep the lights on, to put food in her mouth, in her kids' mouth. But of course, she makes too much money to get government assistance. And God knows I have been there before countless of times. And so even though I'm not really in the best position right now, I felt for this sister. I felt for this mother. I felt for this person. And so, I sent her a little bit because I know God spoke to me. He was like, Chloe, I got you. I got you. And so I have to keep reminding myself, even in the situation that's going on right now, that as resentful as I was feeling toward the situation, God's got me. And as long as I do what's right, He will keep on blessing me. And in this situation, He told me it's the right thing to do. And so I'm going to do it. Not because I wanted to, because He told me this is what you need to do, because I got you. Not because I will bless you, so to say, but to say, I got you, because He blesses me in so many ways. I pray to Him every day, and I thank Him for the blessings that He bestows upon me that I see and the ones that I don't see, because it's so many, it's the little things that you don't even notice that He blesses you with. And so, that's my word to you this morning, is even when you don't see a way, just trust that there is a way. And if you can help others, even whenever you are going through what you're going through, even if you can't help them financially, don't judge them and judge the situation or be so negative towards them. Pray for them. Even whenever I see homeless people out on the street, or I see people begging out on the street, true enough, some have a hustle and some are in their situation due to their own doing. But I still sometimes, not all the times, I just say a quick prayer for them. I say a quick prayer for them, even if I say God bless them, and that's it. So that is my TED Talk for this morning. I have to prepare myself for this call and meeting that I have today at 1. I have to find a way to get myself in a place of zen and beat back this resentment to handle business. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on doing this morning. I truly, truly, sincerely love you guys because I've said it before. Oftentimes, you guys are you're my counseling. You are. I talk to you guys like my paid psychiatrist, psychologist, counseling. And believe it or not, whenever I talk to you guys, even though at the moment when I'm talking to you guys, you can't talk back and give me feedback, just to be able to release it to you. Sometimes it feels good to be able to release it to you so I can get it all out without people trying to give me their opinions. Yeah. You sisters are, you're the bomb. That's what I got. All right. Well, let me finish my cup of coffee. This is the second cup of coffee I've had in has been 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks. This is the second cup of coffee I've made at home in like a month because I was killing it at one time. Those iced coffees that I was getting. But I've been real good about not spending any money because my account is dwindling, and I've been, that's what I posted about on LinkedIn, that I have employment PTSD, and I am always waiting on the call to say, we no longer need your services. And with the economy being like it is right now, it's very scary. It's very, 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 very scary. And I think that's part of the reason why my resentment with this situation that I'm about to embark upon made me so resentful, because I'm not going to say why, but that's what made me so resentful about this situation. So I have to just keep reminding myself that God has never failed me. And he's always shown up in the nick of time. All right. I will holler at you, beautiful people, later. Bye. Good afternoon. It's about 2:50, and this is my first time coming out the house in 3 days. I am so proud of myself, because when I don't come out the house, actually, today is Wednesday. I haven't been out the house since Sunday. And I'm so proud of myself, because me not coming out the house means I am not spending any money. Because I hope this sun don't start tripping, because I had to actually toss a lot of footage because it was too bright, too light, you couldn't see me. Me not coming out the house means me saving money. I'm so proud of myself because I made some vegetable soup. Baby, when I say my vegetable soup is swinging, OMG. Vegetable, my mom would be so unbelievably proud of me, because babe, when I say this vegetable soup is bussin', and I mixed together some vegetable soup mix and some gumbo mix, and with and then I boiled some vegetable broth and put my smoked turkey necks in it and boiled that down real good, and added, all my spices, my seasonings, and all that other great stuff, and put it in the crock pot with what did I use? I used 2 different kinds of tomatoes. No, I used one time. I use the Italian tomatoes, and then I use the fire roasted tomatoes. Baby, OMG. Then I browned some ground turkey, which was seasoned so well, and I put that in there, and a couple of bay leaves. And then whenever it was, for the most part, done, then I threw in some shrimp, and it was some shrimp that I had bagged up, seasoned real good and bagged up. So the shrimp was seasoned so good, and let me tell you, baby, my sister Dee was over there. She was scraping the bowl. She's like, oh my God. So I sent her home with a mason jar. Then I sent my niece a mason jar home with her. And she showed me today how my niece tore that mason jar of soup up. So now I'm about to take some soup over to my girlfriend's parents' house, who are kind of under the weather. And then I'm going to meet my girlfriend, Carla. Carla and I go all the way back to elementary school. She was my writing buddy in elementary school. And we used to write these elaborate stories when we were in 5th grade, 7th grade. I think I've told you guys before, in 7th grade, I won the countywide writing contest. So Carla is now in the movie industry. She does costume designs. She has her own business. And so she made me a jacket. I seen where she had made a jacket and she put patches on it for someone. I told her I wanted one, but I wanted mine to be army fatigues. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm supposed to meet her at 4:15 to pick up the jacket. It's 2:55. That gives me time to run to the caterer, drop off this soup, and then go meet Carla so I can get my jacket. She sent me a picture of the jacket. Y'all, when I said she did her thug thizzle, oh my God, this jacket is absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to show it to you. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today. I don't have to spend any money today because I got plenty of soup at home. So if I even try and think about stopping somewhere, I need to have my butt whooped. I need to go by the house, but I'm not gonna have time. It's been too cold really to go over to the house because I had gotten the gas turned off, but I need to get it turned back on because I need to get also the generator serviced, and the gas has to be on for the generator to be serviced. But I don't know. I'll figure that out at a later date. I did have Mr. Thomas to cut the water off because I can't afford to deal with no more busted pipes. And so he cut the water off, thank God. So yeah, so I am just getting out and I'm gonna try, and I need to finish this book because it has to be back by the 18th. And I'm more than halfway through, and it's getting good because he just found out she's pregnant with his child, and she's 5 months pregnant and all of that. So yeah, so I'm about to listen to my book, and I will catch up with you beautiful people a little later. I'm gonna wait until Friday to weigh myself, but y'all, your girl is under 200 pounds. Under 200 pounds. So today is Wednesday. Friday, I'm gonna weigh myself Friday, see where I'm at. But under 200 pounds. All right, I'll holler at you guys in a little bit. Peace. I didn't even turn it on. Girl, I was telling on my YouTube channel that we have been friends since elementary school and wrote books together, and now
putting a hand in his face.
You are really living your dream.
Push your hand away.
Yes. Let me see my jacket. Let me see my jacket. Okay, first I need to know. Can you eat shrimp?
Can I eat shrimp?
Yeah. Do you like vegetable soup? Okay. First. My girl, let me tell you something. When I saw this right here,
I know,
baby.
Cause that's why you wanted it,
girl.
And then this right here is my favorite.
Girl,
I don't know. And then the handcuffs is my favorite. And then,
girl, I
don't know.
This is all of this is me.
I know all of it is my favorite.
All of this is so me.
And then your thoughts.
Girl, all of this is so me.
And even down to the Chanel because of the C.
Girl, you know I got to. Girl, that's me right here.
For clothes.
Girl, you.
The old school car.
You know.
I ran out of room for the I-20. Like the little I-20 pack.
Look at all of this.
Isn't it cute?
Girl, honey, now I gotta find some, because you know what? I'm supposed to be going out Saturday for my birthday, for my Scorpio party at
oh yeah,
Cover.
And the Scorpio on here too.
So where's my scorpion? There we go, girl.
And God knew not to give me a flat stomach.
Girl, honey, you know. Look at this. There we go. Catching flight, stopping. Carla, look at here.
And your little fake falcons.
Girl,
they done broke my heart.
Girl,
so
I'm so tired of them. I'm so tired of them. Look at here. Girl, you know I gotta put this on Facebook.
Ain't that cute?
Girl who loves cigars and
sneakers. Eat.
Good friends wine together. Speak fluid in movie quotes. Carla, look at you.
And I put it in this group, this crafting group, and they like, we want it, how much? And I'm like,
no ma'am.
It says all things Chloe. So it takes a couple of days for the adhesive smell to completely go out. But
it'll be fine by Saturday.
Yeah.
By Saturday. Look at that.
But everybody loved this jacket.
Shoot, I love this jacket.
Yeah. I'm glad you said you wanted the jacket, because I never would have thought to do the jacket.
And camouflage. Yeah. Because the one you did was on jeans.
The one I did was bags.
That's what you did, bags. You did bags. I might
I
might have to order me a bag.
The bag, and the ties. That's all I had been doing. The bags and the ties.
I think I'm gonna have to order me a bag. Y'all, I was just running my mouth whenever I hopped out the car. Thought that I had you guys on with me, and then I'm realizing that I didn't.
I needed to pick up a few things.
But anyway.
See, your presence is upsetting the Matt.
But anyway,
is causing to jump.
I am so proud of my girl Carla. Did y'all see what she made for me? So she has her own fashion line called John Luke. She does steampunk, if you know what that means. But she started designing in the movie industry. She's done costumes for Marvel. She's worked on shows for BET. She's done a lot of things within the movie industry. And I'm just so unbelievably proud of her, and she has so many opportunities that she's just a beautiful person. She and I have been friends since, like I said, elementary school. She used to have a crush on my dad. She used to have a crush on my daddy because she was so in love with his eyes. And she would come over and he would be out there in the front yard turning cartwheels with us. It was just, so she always remembers my dad. She always called my dad her he was her crush. But I'm just so proud of her. Y'all, I'm supposed to Saturday I'm supposed to go to a birthday party, a Scorpio party that they're having at this place called Cover. That's where I was supposed to have my birthday party at, but I didn't. Y'all, my hair look a mess. But I ain't combed my hair and I'm gonna tell you, I ain't combed my hair in 3 days. I was supposed to have my birthday party there, but I end up canceling. So they're having a Scorpio party, and Keisha has been tagging me and tagging me and tagging me, and so I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna wear that. I'm going to wear my jacket to Cover. I think I'm gonna put on a black cat suit. I got one that's sleeveless, and with some I got some short boots that I can wear with it too. And yeah, that's what I'm going to wear. All right, let me get back to listening to my book. Oh my God, that jacket is just everything. It just tells a story that is so me. Y'all, I look rough and ready today. Anyway, I will holler at you guys a little later. Love you, bye. Good afternoon, beautiful people. Yes, I do still have on my PJs, mind your business. So I am so excited. I said that I was going to start doing more vlogging with my phone because sometimes it's a lot to carry this DJI camera, even though it's tiny, it's small, it's convenient, it's on a gimbal, but sometimes it is a lot because I'm always carrying this purse. So I said that I was going to start vlogging on my phone more. So I purchased something I have been watching on I ran across it really on Temu, and then I went on Amazon to see if I could find it. Because as you know, Temu with the tariffs, and then it takes so long to get stuff in Temu, like weeks. Well, the last time it took like 3 weeks. I'm not sure what it's like now. But anyway, so I purchased this on Amazon, and I'm going to show you what it does. So I am super excited. I got something else coming from Amazon that I also purchased, which is a tripod that uses the magnet versus trying to slide it in and out of the tripod, because sometimes with the tripod, considering where the buttons are on the phone, it is harder to use. That's one of the reasons why, because it kind of tilts because you're trying to not to touch the buttons and all this other stuff. So this little gadget is supposed to kind of like turn your phone almost into a DSLR camera, so to speak. So let me, hold on, can I zoom you in? Because I'll be watching y'all on here. I'll be watching me on here. So let me see if I can zoom you in a little bit. Tilt it up. Center me. I know I look rough and ready, but it is what it is. So this is what it looks like. And I guess I'm assuming I'm going to have to charge it. These instructions are in Chinese. Yeah, the instructions are in Chinese. But I'm going to be honest with you. I am Clifford Castleberry's daughter. And most of the times we don't read these anyway. So let's see how this thing is going to work. It goes, ooh. This is the top of the camera, so that means it needs to go here. So it sticks like this. So when you record, wait a minute, hold on for a minute. I bought this a while back, and this has a camera on it. So that means that when I'm doing this, I can do, y'all, when it does this, I can do, no, that will go here. And that way, okay. So since this is the front facing camera, which is the best one to always film with, if I'm filming this way, of course I can see everything, but this is how you can hold your camera, because it's always so hard to hold your camera like, you know, hold your camera sideways and all this other stuff. So this is like, let me take this. Ooh. Or also this is actually a light. This is also a light. Yeah, this is also a light. Okay, so let me turn the light on. So whenever they have buttons, they have it has buttons where you can stop and start. What it is that you hook your Bluetooth, you turn your Bluetooth on, you connect it to your Bluetooth. And so with your Bluetooth, it can zoom in and out. It can take pictures. So that means that whenever I am, let me take this off. It has a very strong grip. So that means that whenever I am filming, this is like a camera. I can do it like this. I can zoom in and out. And whenever I am filming myself, let's see, how do I do it if I'm filming myself? Hold on. Oh, I know I can do it that way. If I'm filming myself, I can't do it that way. Y'all, I'll figure it out. I was just so excited I had to show y'all. So yeah, that's it. But let me play around. First of all, let me charge. Let me play around with it, and then I'll get back to you. I like my little gadgets, y'all. I did say that I hadn't been buying anything. Did I? I told you I hadn't been spending no money. But it's all an investment. It's all investment. It's content. It's all investment. Yeah. I'll be back.